What's up, creatives? So, today is Thursday, obviously, and let me let you know it has been a long day, and not because I did a lot of writing, because I really my mind just wasn't in the right place for it. Just a long day at work, um, a lot of frustration in myself because you yourself know what you're capable of, and so I was lucky enough to obviously have a lunch break, and I went to my car and looked at my phone. Just did some simple things like you know look at pictures, listen, think of songs that put me in a good space. And so this video of GFP Creative is not so much about the creative side. It's more about the motivational side. You have to look at reality and realize that things are what they seem. But more importantly, even when you have like your dark days and your depressed moments and your frustrated moments, that there are things that you can focus on that will turn any type of energy into positive, into a motivation to be creative, to write, to express yourself, and to just simply put yourself in a better space. These right here are what I call grounding agents. Grounding agents are things that provide you with that spark, with that thought, with that mindset. Sorry, I gotta move. You have to look at grounding agents as not just people, like family, friends, children, spouses, parents, siblings. All can be perfect grounding agents because they keep you grounded, because they remind you who you are and what you're truly capable of, because they know who you are and they know who you truly are and what you can truly accomplish when you set your mind to things. Even when you're so greatly frustrated within yourself, you just have to remember, hey, you know what? If so-and-so was here, what would they think if they saw me like this? And then it's like, they're right. They're right. Then, obviously the category, another noun is places. And that's another grounding agent. You think about, what you're doing right now. And yes, it may not be what you want to be. Believe me, the job I have is not my dream job. It is a job that's going to allow me to get to my eventual dream, and that is to accomplish what I dream to accomplish. And so having those dreams and having that reality and seeing what I want, I have to understand that in order to get to there, I have to be right here, right now. Like, that doesn't make sense to you guys, but to me it does, because you can't think so much about the future. You have to enjoy the present, because the present is easily changed. Because one simple mistake, one simple left turn, one simple right turn, and you're going down a whole different path. So you have to, you and I both have to learn how to be more appreciative of what we currently have. I'm currently right now at a point where, my wife and I are, have been together for almost a year. And so, we're slowly kind of changing our ideas to the future of family, just building our family. And so I have the realization, like, hey, like, I'm not just working for myself anymore. Like, I can't just make decisions like I would if I was a single guy with no wife, no thoughts of kids, just doing his thing. Right? And I was telling my wife, I was like, if I was single at 33, I probably would have considered doing this internship at Disney. One I've done before, and so it basically would be a step back. But it's because I wouldn't have known anybody. But now, being married, I have to think about, okay, not only is how is this going to impact me, but how is it going to impact my wife? Like, I was sitting there today in my car going, I could run away and never return. But how would that impact me? Like what kind, like how would I overcome that? More importantly, how would my wife overcome that? Like how, like I'd be, basically, messing up both our lives. And that to me kind of went like, you really gotta, calm down, take a breath, think this through, and ground yourself and say, hey, look, this is where it starts, is right here, in a simple tweak of a mindset, and turning that motivation and saying, hey, look, the people around you aren't there to break you down. The people around you are there to build you up, to mold you into a better person. And that's, what I have to learn how to be more appreciative of. And that's how you should be thinking too, is that, you to gather a greater appreciation for those that are in your life. Because not only can one of those days, but like you wake up and one of those people could be gone, but just be thankful for those who you have around. Because whether you know it or not, they can actually change your life just by offering you a tip of advice. And then things can be grounding agents. So when I used to work at Happy and Healthy, they had to make a board of things that defined us and inspired us. Well, not only was there pictures of my wedding and my wife and my family, but there was a picture of my book, of my very first book, that I never thought in the history of my mind would get published. And yet there it was. And there it is in the bookstores. And there I was doing a book signing right next to my big 6-foot teddy bear. But that achievement was so humbling, because I was that kid in middle school, high school, that was sleeping in the back of the class, while the the nerds and the people up front like writing notes and stuff. I was going that to go from that to this, like if I can go accomplish that, learning a program, making friends, that's easy, and you just have to look at it that way. You have to realize that this is just one hurdle. That in the moment, in the time, you're looking. It's like you're looking at this hurdle, and you're like, "Damn, this is a big hurdle. I can't get over it." But months from now, weeks from now, you're gonna be like, "That hurdle was nothing. Like, I can jump over that. Like, you see what's behind me? This hurdle's bigger than that behind me." It's been a trying month, and because when you grow so accustomed to things for months or for years, and then suddenly you have to like switch your brain, it sounds like a shock like through your body. And so I have second thoughts, like it's kind of like, oh, if I would have just taken more time, then, but what is life but a limited amount of time? To me, this is a new chapter that I'm just starting, and I'm enjoying, because I've gotten to meet new people. I've gotten to meet just new friends, and I've gotten to learn new things, and that's what I've always wanted. I've always wanted to learn new things. Yes, it makes me frustrated, and it just makes me want to go and just go into a shell and just never return. But you gotta break free. It always takes that aha moment for the biggest things to accomplish in your life. When I finally went to church and got baptized, it took me thinking, like, oh my God, I'm nobody, because I didn't have a way, I didn't have a path, I didn't have a road, and yet, in reality, I did. I just didn't know it. And so, this video is about you guys, the people who watch this video. The people who are struggling to feel like there's a frustration, that there's something going on in their life that they can't figure out. And I want you to know that you just gotta kind of take a step back, take a deep breath, and realize that you can overcome that. There is nothing you cannot overcome and accomplish. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. You can learn anything you set your mind to. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. You just have to believe and clear your that negative energy, those negative thoughts. Say, hey, look, you ain't doing me no good. I need to focus on this. And you will. So you know what? I'm sorry for the change of pace. I know most of my videos are joking and the haha poop room review. And maybe that will pop, that will come. But today I felt that this was something that every author, creative person, or person in general needs to hear, is that there are going to be days where you struggle, where you're going to get so frustrated at you and your life, and you're going to be like, why does it take, why can I not accomplish it? And then you just got to step back and be like, it's all about time, and it's about those grounding objects. So remember what's important to you in your life, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's this dream that you have, and focus on it. Because that way, once you focus on that, no amount of frustration, no amount of hurdles can stop you from accomplishing any of your goals. Have a good night, everybody.